Okay, the next portion of the marketing plan is your market targeting or segmenting portion, or target market or market segment plan. Basically, you're going to try and break down the existing market into demographic characteristics so you can target and most efficiently employ your marketing efforts to address these potential customers or clients. You cannot do that without understanding who they are and the key characteristics about them, and then you will be able to narrow down your marketing efforts to be the most effective possible in reaching them. So you're going to ask yourself, who are the available customer segments? All right, how can they be grouped in the segments? What are the key demographic characteristics? If you understand that a segment is so large, how much of the company effort are you going to direct towards any individual segment itself? Because if you have a finite amount of resources, as is the case with every business, particularly startup ventures, how are you going to most effectively allocate your marketing efforts? Well, this will reflect some upon the cost associated with the most effective manner of reaching an individual segment. Even if you can reach more people with a more expensive method, you may have to make the strategic decision to go with a smaller segment or demographic via a cheaper method to start with, or at any given point to maximize value for the business. So the things you're going to identify about any given segment are its overall size, the total number of individuals in the segment, or the total value of transactions within that given market segment. What is the priority for that segment? Again, the things that how willing is the customer to purchase? How driven are they? If they do purchase, what is their likelihood to purchase whatever quantity or for however long your product or service? Okay, are there seasonal changes there? How aware currently is a given market segment? How aware are they of your business currently or of your brand overall? Some of the other types of information you're going to try to identify is, again, the core or key characteristics, the demographic information like gender, race, socioeconomic status, location, hobbies, any of those psychographic characteristics, cultural activities, etc. Because again, it's going to help you understand your target market better, and then you can employ your resources more efficiently. How do the individual segments use your product or service? How much do they use it? How often do they use it? With what intensity do they use it? Any of the characteristics of use is going to be relevant again to how you shape your marketing efforts to reach them, and it can also relate back to how you scope your business, service, or product delivery to meet those needs. Some other things, the value proposition to a given customer segment, because the strength of the value proposition or even the value proposition itself could slightly differ between individual customer segments, and this will be instrumental in you arriving at the minimum viable product and then ultimately marketing or making the customer end user aware of that value proposition. So fully understanding that is crucial. For each segment, what is their particular price point for your product? Is there a level of convenience that they're looking for in the use of your product or service? Are they quality driven, or is it based on reliability or some other aspect like customer service or brand image or something like that? What is the value proposition, the driving forces behind this particular customer segment using your product or service? And then once you understand that, you can start to address again the requirements of the customer segment via your marketing efforts. You can present your product or service in the light that most effectively answers the need or want of the customer. And then ask yourself, to what extent are these characteristics sustainable going forward, or are they likely to modify or change, etc.? Because again, that will affect your long-term planning for your marketing efforts in a given segment.